Welcome back to MuscleTV. Well, the challenge is almost halfway through, but regardless of whether you're doing it or not, it's always good to hear the hard word from Harps. Let's see what he's got in store for us this week.
So today we're talking about removing the safety net, which just means losing the escape clause. A lot of us make decisions, but we go, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to change that behaviour, I'm going to embrace this new kind of habit, unless, of course, I get called into work. It's easy to find an excuse. It's easy to justify or rationalise giving up now because of, you know, life. But the truth is that life's messy. Doing this, creating this thing that we want to create, it's not practical sometimes, it's not convenient, it's not comfortable, it's not fun, and that's okay. If we're perpetually looking for the easy, comfortable, safe, familiar, nice way, we're going to be doing it for the next 10 years and we're going to wake up one day in the same spot. I talk to people about going to the cliff, which is where there is no safety net. There's a cliff, this is your current existence, and to get to the next existence, you need to jump off. Once you jump off the cliff, you can't unjump. So we want you to be completely immersed in the change process so that you don't give yourself the option of undoing what you've already done. And that's one of the things that I see in a lot of people is they are not completely immersed, they are not completely committed, they are not completely invested in the change process. If you are not going to be 100% sold, if you're not going to remove the safety net, then you're better off not to start and wait till you get to that point. Removing the safety net is not to say we need to be without a plan B, because invariably things won't work. Invariably something will break, invariably you'll have a bad day, you'll have a crappy experience, you'll be angry, you'll be demotivated, you'll have a blue with your missus or your bloke, because we're human, right? The safety net is really more our way of rationalising giving up. Now, if your default setting is, oh, I can always stop, mate, you're going to be doing this for the next 45 years and you're still going to be frustrated and inhabiting a body you don't want. So either get full on, take away the escape clause, take away the excuses, completely immerse yourself. You don't have to do anything that's ridiculous. You can only use what you've got in terms of potential and time and skill, but be completely invested and you'll absolutely amaze yourself.
We're here with Julian Lallo. He's part of the Max's team and he's here to help us show you how to do some very effective ab exercises. We see people in the gym all the time just rocking and rolling, do too many reps, not putting their mind to muscle, having their posture all wrong and getting nothing out of it. So we're going to show you a few exercises today which will really sharpen up your abs. Try these, take your time, and you'll know when you feel it right, like you're going to find out. We're going to start off with some jackknives. These are a great old school exercise that work your whole body. Hands back, legs straight, and you've got to fold up and then you increase the speed as you go. Let's go. Now this engages your abs. This is a great way just to warm up the abs, get the blood flowing. Now speed them up a little bit. You've got to bring your heels right back. So basically you fold up, you unfold. Your heels and hands hit the ground at the same time, top and bottom. So they hit the ground at the same time, top and bottom. Key technique to this is keep the tension on the abs, Julian. You've got to imagine someone's about to whack you in the guts on the way up, and that's when you know you're doing them right. 1, 2, 3. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to go straight into another one on the ground. Bend your knees, bring your heels back, and put your hands back behind your head. Now, this one is called an elbows to knees tuck. This is great if you've got a sore back, or if you're not quite really fit, you're just starting out and you want to know how to train your abs. It's a great floor one to start with, and it warms them up really good and teaches you to put your mind in your muscle. So bring your knees back, reach over with the elbows and stop. 1, 2, and unfold. Touch, go. Squeeze. Now, when you know you're doing these right, once again, is tense your abs at the top. So when you get to the top, you've got to push your abs out. A lot of people think you've got to suck them in, because when you're fat, you suck your tummy in. But it's not that. You've got to push them out, strain them, and imagine some rotten trainer's ready here just to crack you in the guts every chance he gets. 2, 1. Looks very simple, but 20 quick one of those and you'll certainly know you're alive. Now bring your heels back. We're going to do our next one. It's one I invented. It's called knee skids. The trick is to push your hands up as far as but keep your hands on your legs. Now, I'm going to grab your hands. I'm actually going to assist you, Julian, and show you. You come to about there, push your abs out. 1, 2, that's the finishing spot, and back you go. Keep your hands on your legs. Come up. Now, if you've got a training partner, you can assist like this. The other way you can assist, now I'm going to stand up, I'm going to put my feet on your foot. Watch the difference this makes. Up you go. Boom, look at that. Straight away, we fixed it. Now, you can do that under a couch. Pause. It's nice and slow. That's perfect form. And 2 more. Now, I'm gonna hold you there. See, your stomach's totally flexed. This is what makes your abs hard. That might look really simple, and it is, but you can get people that can do 100 sit-ups that won't be able to do 10 knee skids when you do them properly. Slow down, try them at home, and if you need to use some assistance, use a training partner, a bed, a couch, anything. Trick is to pause halfway, like we did, and push your abs out and feel them. Our next exercise is a trusty sit-up. Every gym has got, or should have, a sit-up bench, but people do them wrong all the time. They come in, they do 100 reps when they really only need to do 10. I'm going to show you how to do 10 of the most effective sit-ups you've ever seen. Trick is, cross your arms, keep your elbows up off your chest. Now, I'm going to assist, but you don't really need an assistant. You have to learn how to put your mind in your muscle. Sit up, Julian. Now, when you get to there, this is when you've got to push. Push against me, engage your stomach, and back you go. Come up, push against me, push, and back you go. Now, you've got to be able to do this yourself. So I'm going to do 5 with him, 3, 4, push hard, and 5. Now, you're going to do it yourself. Imagine I'm there pushing against. Stop here, now push. Now, how you know you're doing them right? Once again, is your stomach has to be tense. That's perfect form. 3 to go. I'm going to test him on the last one. Last one now. Push against me. Push. That's not a push. That's better. And down he goes. How do they feel? That's how you get your mind in your muscle with a sit-up. Julian, can you just come up and do something? I'm just going to show you what people traditionally do with sit-ups. Put your hands back near your ears somewhere. Sit up. And when you get to here, keep going all the way till you have a big relax. Now, at that point there, your stomach's not flexed at all, so you're getting nothing out of it. Now, bounce all your way back and bounce up again and have another rest. That's how not to do a sit-up. Another one that's done wrong all the time is leg raises. So this is what people usually do when they start off with leg raises. They pull their knees up. That's okay, but it really works your hip flexors, not your abs. So now, Julian, we're going to get you to swing your legs up, but keep your knees slightly bent. Go. That's perfect. Nice and high. Bring them right up, and once again at the top, imagine, push your stomach out. Push your stomach out. Push your stomach out. 5 more. Up you go. That's it. That's perfect. And up they go, and up they go, right down to the floor. Good. Now, the trick with that is to find a pivot point. You get a point in the bench where you're perfectly balanced, where you're not going to fall backwards off the bench, but where you're not leaning forward and taking the strain off your abs. So it's not about the hip flexors at the top of your hips, it's about your abs. You'll feel this in the lower part of your abs because that's the insertion you're working, but they work the whole ab. Good work. We get letters and emails all the time on MuscleTV. How do I train my abs? How many should I do? When should I do them? Okay, the simple answer is I like to do them as a warm-up or at the end of your workout. Don't do them in between your big body parts, but do treat them like a big body part, as in put your mind in your muscle, slow them down, find out what works for you. Rep range doesn't have to be super high. You're better off to do 10 good ones, as we've shown today, than 100 silly ones that don't do anything at all. So stop, feel your muscles and see if they're working, and if they're not, then spend time at the top of the movement squeezing and feeling and flexing your muscle, just like you would a bicep or a pec or anything else. Because a lot of people, they really concentrate on putting their mind in the muscle with all their big body parts, but they treat their abs just like it's just a time waster. Well, it's not. You've got to slow down and make sure you feel it. So hopefully you've learned a few tricks there today. You've been fantastic, Julian. On short notice, you come in, went through a hell ab workout, and you've done really well. That's all we've got time for this week. Thanks for watching, and until next week, see you in the gym.
MuscleTV was proudly brought to you by Maxines, for the body you want, and Max's, because life's too short to be small.